All right, there we go. Let's get the show on the road, people. Beautiful. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Thursday New York session live trading stream
hosted by ChartAddicts. Two quick reminders before we get started. First things first, ChartAddicts winter gear is going to be posted in November. And so if you guys want to get some of these tracksuits, hand-stitched, quality, doesn't get better than this. If you guys are interested in any of the ChartAddicts drip, they will be releasing in November. We're just figuring out some of the new designs and some of the ways that we're going to release it. So keep an eye out for that. I know a lot of folks have been asking. Second reminder is the FX Summit 2022, the world's hottest Forex convention with all of your favorite traders, all the guys from the stream, all in one place in person in Miami, Florida next year, May 13th through May 16th, 2022 at the Miami Beach Convention Center. Guys, I don't want to hear excuses about I couldn't take off work, I couldn't afford it, I couldn't do this, that, and the third. You got 9 months to plan for this event. Get some friends together, get a couple people together, get an Airbnb, plan early, get these tickets cheap. But I really want to see everybody at this convention. So FX Summit 2022, I'll give you guys some info at the end of the stream on how to get your tickets and how to get onto the website. So those are my two reminders. Welcome, everybody. Happy Thursday. I'm going to show you guys a few of the pairs that I'm looking at, and then we'll go in here and scalp some entries. If you're on the Zoom call, let me know how you guys are doing today. Let me know how you guys are feeling. How would an outsider get the link? One of y'all sent it to him. That's the only way that an outsider will get the Zoom links for this, is if you guys sent it to him. But I mean, whenever we catch somebody, we got admins in the chat. Whenever we see somebody that's not a member, they just get kicked. He said, Tattoo Lou is the CA enforcer. Bro, I don't want a problem. I don't even want a problem. Luis said, started the FTMO today. Everybody, give a word of encouragement to my guy, Luis, starting his FTMO challenge. Luis,
thank you, man.
The best pieces of advice I would give you is take it one day at a time. Don't get ahead of yourself and do not rush it. Those are the best pieces of advice. The closer you get to like the 7-day mark and 10-day mark, people tend to put more pressure on themselves for no reason. Easiest thing you can do is just take it one day at a time and really just like rinse and repeat. That's the best advice I can give.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it, bro.
My guy, you know you're about to crush it. All right, so ladies and gents, let's look at the markets real quick. Nasdaq, higher time frame, we're sitting at these all-time highs, and we're just basically teetering at these all-time highs. Okay, so we've already had 2 rejections. This is making me think that we're going to break through. So overall, I am bullish on this pair. But if you see, we're coming up on that daily resistance level, and we've already had these 2 massive wicks. So the question is, are we going to reject a third time? And can we get a sell opportunity from here? Or is the market going to break through, create new support here, and then form new highs? So that's really the question that we're about to get answered today during the session. I don't want to rush trades today because of that fact, because we're sitting up here. But there's a couple easy trades that we can take while we're on the call together, just as some scalp positions. So I'm actually liking these sells. The first trade that I see is shorts at the daily resistance, because price has already established this trading range right here. And so whenever price gets stuck inside of a trading range, the easiest thing that we can do is start to short the highs of the range and then start to go long at the low of the range. Okay, and so that's kind of what I'm thinking right now is there's 2 trades that we can take. We go for the short right now. If the market breaks through and wants to form new highs, then we wait for that flag retracement, or we wait for that wick down, and then we can catch an entry from here for the continuation of the longs. So whichever way the market breaks, we're going to catch it. The first attempt that we're going to take is the short. If that doesn't play out, then we're going to take that long position on the break and retest. If this sell plays out for us, comes back down to that support, then we can take long positions from here and we can get a 2-for-1. That would be the ideal scenario. Let's see how we're going to play this. My ideal trade would be right here, where the market will fake up one more time to test these previous daily highs from yesterday. Kind of like a push up here, and then a sell back down. So for me, that's the price that I'm looking at to short. And we probably won't get this until right before the market opens. But 15,725. So let me look at the chat. Ooh, a bunch of support from my guy Lou. This is awesome. Plan your trades, trade your plan. I love it. And my guy Ben Coop with the priceless advice. Risk management is key. If you keep your risk management in check, if you don't sit there and try to play the experiment game, like, oh, let me just throw a bigger lot size and see what happens. All that see what happens shit is the reason that most of you guys are in the situation that you're in. You need to find a way to completely cut out the let's see what happens out of your trading. If you want to study and learn and do that shit, you have to do that outside of the actual trading. You have to do that on a demo account. You have to do that while you're studying. You have to do that paper trading. When it comes time to actually trade, there is no let's see what happens. There is lot size calculator, input the information. What does it say? Yes, sir. Whatever the market, whatever that calculator told me the lot size I can use, that's what I'm using. And that's where a lot of you guys will see that change, is where you kind of like, you give up that urge to just like constantly try to beat the system, try to beat the game. That friction and that resistance of trying to outsmart the game or beat the game or cheat the game, trying to use larger lot sizes, force trades, overtrade, and anything like that, that's a losing recipe every time. But as soon as you give that up, as soon as you sort of just like release that and you start to trade with a sense of flow, you trust that the lot sizes you're using are going to get you to that end goal that you have, that's when things just start to fall into place. Trades fall into place naturally. Trades will just kind of flow to you. You don't have to force entries. So yeah, that's pretty solid advice right there about risk management. Said everyone wants to eat an elephant in one bite instead of one bite at a time. Oof. Sheesh. That was powerful stuff. Okay, let's look at some other pairs real quick. U30. Oh, shit. Ladies and gents, we're about 15 minutes too late to this freaking move. This is the pre-session consolidation here. Price just tested that pre-session consolidation as support. I'm trying to see what's going on here. I'm trying to see where the next retest is going to be so we can catch another long position. So I'm going to fib that move 61.71 area right here. I think what's going to happen is we're going to get a push up to this area right here. Then we're going to get a retracement back down. And then we can get another entry from that same price level at 35,600 so that we can continue the longs. If we look at where US 30 is on the higher time frames, basically we had aggressive bullish trend and then a nice retracement level, or sorry, a nice retracement pullback of that overall trend. So we let some steam out of the market. Then the market started to form support here with multiple tests. And then now we're seeing the first sign of a bullish recovery. So as long as price stays above 35,600, this thing is going to continue back up. It's going to continue the trend that it was originally on. But this is how we can tell if the market's going to stay bullish. So we look left, we see all of these previous 4-hour levels that were tested as support and then became resistance over here. If price comes back to form support at that 35,600 level, that would be the entry price. So we'd want a pull back to 35,600 so that we can buy. So it's not rocket science. Problem is that it already had that first retracement, and so we're going to need to see a second one to confirm this trend. So one more pullback and a double bottom of 35, and it's not really 35,600, it's 575. 35,575. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set a 0.5% position on U30 for the longs. At 35,575 buy limit, 35,575. About 340 pips risk, 34 points. My biggest thing is I just want to get my stop loss below this support level and this resistance zone. Because if the price breaks under here and then starts to break under, this thing is going to continue to the downside. So I want to be out of my trade at that point. But there's a chance that it could play around here and wick before it comes up. So I want to have just enough room to the downside that we don't get kicked out of this trade. And so my stop loss is going to be 35,540. And then take profit, I'm going to set it at 750, 35,750. So that's trade one. Stop loss 35,540, take profit 35,750. So that's the first trade of the day. And just to show you guys, I'm going to show you guys good habits. I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to journal what you do in your trading. So I have my handy dandy notepad. Okay, I'm a writer. I don't really like typing as much as I like writing. And so writing stuff down is very easy for me. All I'm going to do is literally write this information here into my journal. So I'm going to say US 30 buy limit at 35, or sorry. Whoa, I thought this was Nasdaq. My bad, guys. I put 15,575. This is 35,575. My bad. 35,575. And I don't even need to put the stop loss in the TP. What I actually need is this risk and reward, which is 5 to 1. $34 points risk, so 340 pips. And we're going for 174. All right. Now, the last thing that I'll do is I will write down whether I won or lost this trade. And then this is my first trade of the day. And I'm only taking 2 trades today, maximum 3 because we're on this stream. But usually I'll only take 2 trades in a day. And so it's that simple. I wrote it down. It's 1 sentence. It's not rocket science. That little simple task is going to be the deciding factor of whether I'm actually being serious about my trading or not. It doesn't take this giant spreadsheet and all this analytics and all this stuff. All it takes is I'm going to write down whether I won or lost on this. So let's say it's a winner. And I put a giant W right here. I'll put a W next to it. And then I'll write down the lessons at the very, very end of my day, or at the end of the session. I'll sit down for 5 minutes and I'll just write down, why did I take the trade? Well, I took the trade on US 30 because the market's bullish. We've already had a deep retracement and we're breaking back above a key buying level. And so I told myself that as long as the price respected that level, then I was going to take a long position to continue the trend. That's the reason I entered. Now, what's the reason I closed? I'll write another sentence. The reason I closed is because the market broke, let's say that if the market hit stop loss, I would have closed because the market violated my area and it broke back below resistance. And so all of this information is data for my trading. So when I go in there to take this trade the next time, I'm going to say, okay, should I wait for a better entry down here? Or should I wait for, another confirmation here before taking the trade? What is the data that I'm going to get from my journaling? And that little task is going to be the deciding factor of whether you guys succeed or not. Okay. Doesn't seem like a big deal, but trust me, Trust me, those little habits are the only things that make a successful trader. It's
Buy
not
limit
about getting,
activated.
those little habits are all you guys need to be a quality trader. So stop focusing so much on making the money and focus on those habits. Focus on the journaling, focus on the risk management, and then you're going to check your account and the money will show up. So I'm long US 30 right now, but I'm kind of short this NAS.
Roy, quick question on my account. My broker is showing 35,575 already. Not sure why.
For U30?
Yeah, it's U30, but it's through FTMO.
Yeah, I just got activated. I just got activated in that trade.
Yeah, same here.
All right, I'm going to take a small scalp position on Nasdaq for a short. And so normally, guys, I'm risking 1% on my trades. For these trades, since I'm taking multiple trades and I'm counter trend trading, I'm not really putting on the full position size I normally do. I'm not risking 1% of my account. For these scalps that I'm taking right now, I'm risking 0.25% to 0.5% of my account per trade. And so if you guys are normally used to throwing a standard lot size, just consider reducing your lot sizes. If you're trading outside your session, you're trading with us just to kind of like be on the stream, just make sure that you're sticking to your risk management plan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a short position on US 30, and that'll be the second trade.
On NAS, you mean, right?
Oh, sorry, NAS 100. Sorry about that. 750, and I'm going to have to do above 750, so I'll do 760, which is about 60 points of risk for this trade, or 600 pips. Downside target 1,450 pips, and I'm just going to set my TP at 15,600 at these lows. I'll sell by market. There we go. So just to show you guys, I'm in a few positions right now. Okay, I'm in two shorts for Nasdaq. I am in a long for US 30, which was that buy limit, and then I'm in a long on Nasdaq from yesterday. Okay, those are the positions I'm in. Those are the trades. We had trade 1 was a US 30 long. Trade 2, just to show you guys those good habits. I'm gonna lead by example. I'm gonna show you guys how simple it is. I'm gonna go ahead and log that trade 2. Trade 2, NAS shorts at 15,700, which was our TP for the longs. If you guys remember the original trade idea I had for Nasdaq, the final TP was 15,700. Well, the first TP was 650. The second TP was 15,700. The third TP I said open because this has a chance to keep going to 16K. So we hit that 15,700, and that's why I'm thinking that we're going to get one more pullback to the downside before we just completely break through. That's where we're at right now. 15,700 stop loss. 15,760. The risk and reward for this trade is 2.5 to 1, so 245. What does that risk and reward mean? It means that if I'm risking 1% of my account, I'm looking to make back 2.5%. If I'm risking half a percent of my account, I'm looking to make back 1.2%. Okay, this is how I look at the risk and reward. Is just how much am I looking to make on this trade? 2.5%. And so that's kind of how I use my risk. Risking 60 points on this for 145.
What's your stop loss on the U30?
It's the beauty of journaling. I got it right here. No, actually, I didn't even write down the stop loss. I think it was 35,540. Okay, 35,540. Yep, 35,540.
Yo, on the stop loss on the NAS short, please.
Stop loss on the Nas short is 15,760. 15,760. So really simple what we're going to do. We are going to take those trades. We are going to allow them to play out. And then we're going to review those trades. And everybody here is going to learn something from these trades. Alrighty? So this is going to be a useful experience for everybody. U30 just needs to stay above 35,580. We're coming up on the market open in about an hour. So this thing's going to consolidate up until the market open. It's going to create some whipsaws. And then we're going to get a true direction probably right before the market opens. US 30, the way that this candlestick is forming bearish isn't very encouraging, but this is a patience game, especially with something like US 30. You have to allow the candles to fully play out before making a judgment, because anytime a candle starts to form like this, it's very easy to say, oh, it doesn't look good. It's looking bearish. Let me jump out. If you give it a few more candles and it continues to form support here, then you might, you're going to get a pretty good entry on your trade. So U30, patience with that. Nasdaq is the one I think is going to give us like the immediate pips. So we're going to be in short-term profits, and then we're going to move to break even. US 30 is going to be the one that might not open up until the market open in an hour. It might not start moving. It might not give us some volume until the market open is what I meant. So real quick, if you guys are hopping on YouTube, welcome to the Chart Addicts live stream. We do this every Thursday, 8 a.m. We stream, we live trade. I'm out here taking the same trades. Win or lose, we in these trades. Win or lose, I'm in these trades with y'all. Okay? Win or lose, I'm in these trades with y'all. Low transparency on the stream. Other than that, guys, if you are just hopping on, quick reminders. And I'm going to beat this to death, guys. You're going to hear me talk about this for the next 9 months. This is my whole life. Everything I do from start to finish, if it's not trading or running Chart Addicts, it's focusing on the FX Summit. It's dealing with the contractors, it's dealing with the vendors, it's dealing with the exhibitors, it's dealing with the convention center, it's dealing with the mayor's office in Miami. I guarantee you guys, the work that we're putting into this is unmatched. This event's gonna go off without a hitch. I think that's the saying. This thing's gonna be, long story short, if you're not at the FX Summit and you are a trader, you're really gonna miss out. Being around individuals that have what you want is a really, really clear-cut way to grow. Damn, I want to put on another entry for U30. Not recommended, guys. This is just my risk strategy. I'm adding another 0.25% to U30. And we hold in that.
Yo, what was a take profit on the Nas? Sure, I'm sorry, bro. I'm at the gym trying to get my swole on.
Classic. Guys, we got Omar Kumbal, Mr. Professor O, Mr. CEO in the house. Please show some love in the chat for Omar popping up, showing some love. The first TP for Nas. First TP for Nas. Let me just get this out the way for you guys.
Yo, what's going on, everyone?
I see 15,650. 15,650. That's the first area that I'd be looking to take partials. Then 15,600.
I see that consolidation breakout.
Right here?
Yes, sir.
You see this? Oh, this is why I'm looking to short. Where's the first fake out is bearish. Second fake out is bullish to test the previous daily high. And then the next move is that drop.
You see that potential head and shoulders as well?
Yes, sir. That's why originally I had the sell limit up here at 15,725 at this double top. But then I saw this left shoulder and I said, this would be a more likely place for it to drop. So I took that risky entry where we entered here and then we put the stop loss wider, as opposed to waiting for that push up, double top and drop.
I saw that markup you sent yesterday, the one that hit stop before TP.
NZD, bro,
Was it?
sickening. It was NZD CAD.
Was it? It
Yep.
was.
So I had shorts right here. And bro, I think it's the same thing that happened with NZD Chef that one time that we took that short. How we just like faked up to the upside, grabbed all the stop losses, and then went and hit TP.
It's tragic.
Tragic. Yeah, my stop loss was, I think we got hit by 7 pips.
7.
Yeah, it was at 8. It was at 8, or it was at 8.9 flat.
You said NZD CAD?
Mm-hmm.
NZD CAD.
This was the trade. And I entered off of that pin bar right here.
Yeah, that double top with the rejection looks enticing.
You feel me?
It looks like something I probably would have entered off.
That's exactly why I took it. I was like, bro, this is textbook. Oh, this is textbook. The thing is, the stop loss placement, when I looked at it on the higher time frame, I realized what happened. You gotta account for the highest hanging fruit on the left. And so I had set my stops above this wick. The stop should have been above this previous high. Because if I had just put it like 5 pips above this previous high, then I would have been able to stay in that trade.
Was that the candle right there that got you? That
This
red
big
one?
wick up right here? Yeah.
Okay.
Got my ass. The fact that it's forming support here, though, I'm looking for longs now. So we had this previous resistance area that became support, that became resistance, that's now being tested as support. This thing's flipping bullish.
Yeah, I like that momentum shift. Those green candles are looking really strong.
This is classic this is classic shift in momentum, a break above structure, forming consistent structure right here, support. And then the next step is just a push to the upside.
That's all it is.
Come on now. So let's stick with these trades. Let's see what's let's get an update on these positions. So just to update you, we're in 2 positions right now. The first trade was a buy limit that we took on US 30. The second one is a short that we're running on Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq short's in profit. US 30 is also in a little bit of profit, but it's just hanging out right now.
Where's your partial area?
So this is what we're looking like for the positions.
Can you hear me?
To take partials for this,
Are you looking at the bottom of that zone or that 61?
So when I'm trading market opens, I'm using a scalping strategy. So I look for the pre-session consolidation. I mark off the highs and the lows. And so my first take profit is always the high of that consolidation. Because this was the London session. Like when London session happens, it's just algo. And so if this is the price that they set for the algo, it's a certified level. The first stop for it would be down here. And then this is where it would form support and then continue bullish if it wants to reverse.
I see that. Off the third touch of that trend line potentially.
Oh, you're thinking different. Yep, exactly. And if you're a betting man, what's that fib level from bottom to top?
It's looking like 61 to me.
Come on now. Come on now.
Yeah, if I wanted to buy, I would want to buy at the lowest point. That looks like a lot of confluence.
Yep. So that's why TP1 is there. Everything after that is extra credit.
You said everything after that is just extra credit?
Yep. And then there's the bottom of that zone. So that's final TP.
What's the market? What's the fib from here to here? 61.
Come on. Come on. What are we doing here?
Hey, making money.
Yes, sir.
On Nas right there, from that top, let's say the all-time high to the push to the bottom to then the retracement, the wicks are rejecting off the 78.6, right? That's what you guys are seeing? Or
well, at first we were looking at from here up here. We were trying to find a target.
you're trying to find backwards. That one. Okay.
We were trying to find that downside target, but I know exactly what you mean because from
there,
this
correct,
to here, this is the 78%.
76, correct. Okay.
Patience, 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 patience. That's the name of the game when we're scalping these indices, guys. They are deceptive. They'll give you some candles that'll start to look bearish on the smaller time frames, like these, let's just say this pin bar candlestick right here. This double top formation does not look good. But when you go up to the higher time frames and you notice that price is still respecting support, that's when you start to realize that these candlesticks can get filled to the upside, and it just confirms our bullish bias. Where's my drink? Damn.
You guys see that gold buy Stefano called out?
Took that.
Beautiful.
I think he called it right after the call yesterday. But ended up playing out lovely.
Stefano crushes gold. Like, bro, gold gives me so much trouble. And this man is on here every single day. Every swing, up, down, the daily swings, all 150 pips, all 200 pips of the daily swing from bottom to top. This man is catching it. So guys, if you're on the stream and you took those trades, you're in profit on all those positions. If you got out of those trades, you'd be in profits. If you want to stay in and see what happens, that's the game of the traders. And so we're basically just looking at this, like the closer that we get to the market open, we want to get our answer. And so we're going to get a lot of volume push in the next 30 minutes. And if we're patient, we're going to be able to get that one candle that smashes in our direction. We can pull profits, walk away, and then call it a day. All right, after this, I said we were going to take 3 trades max. So we took 2 trades so far. Trade 1 is the US 30 long, which is now in profit. It was a buy limit that got activated at 575. We're probably 15 points in profit, 150 pips. So we're floating 150 pips on U30. On Nasdaq, we're still sitting at that resistance level. The entry was at 15,700, and now we're sitting at around 682. You guys got to see my entry. This is crazy. I'm going to post it in Discord. Just pull it up right here.
My FTMO is flying.
So what's US 30 TP? Can you make a GJ breakdown? He said, if you need extra hands getting the summit ready, I'll help for free. Yo, message us on IG right after this. I appreciate you. So are you funded? Yes. And I'm doing a review about some of these other funded companies. So if you guys are interested in some of these new funding companies that came out, I'm not going to name any names, but a review will be coming out for those. Said, y'all selling NAS, correct? Big bank? Yes, we are currently shorting NAS. I got this fat stop loss because the market open is at 9:30. I'm trying to make sure that I'm in this trade. If the market doesn't go my way, I'll know right before the market opens. But I'm really thinking this is how it's going to go. We're in this short position right now. It's going to curl back up one more time, give us a nice drop, come back to 15,725. I'm going to enter another position right here. And then we're going to short this thing all the way down. I think this thing's going to try to fake us out at the market open with a whipsaw. And I ain't falling for it. I wasn't born yesterday.
Yo, does it make sense to actually set a buy limit for that NAS at 15,604?
I don't know who said that. I love you. The answer is yes. That'd be that's like the main play, because I mostly trade Nasdaq with the direction of the trend, which is currently bullish. And so ideally, the real trade is when we come back and create a double bottom at this daily support, and then we're able to take the market long again. So if you want to get ahead of the curve, you want to set those buy limits early, I would do that. For me, I would like to wait until the market starts to get closer to that area, because I want to see how aggressive the market's racing. If the momentum is too strong, I don't want to just have a buy limit sitting there just because the price looks good. What I want to do is I want to be able to put my buy limit if I see the market heading there in a in like a pretty consistent way. If the market's
Okay.
really aggressive and just starts to fall, and then all of a sudden you have this buy limit you forgot about, and now the market smashes through, and you would have been able to see that in advance. That's why I don't set these buy limits too early.
All right. Thanks, man.
But we're up a bag on Nasdaq. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, Roy,
Just-
do you
You're
do
just
you
making
do you
stupid
think
money.
Roy,
No.
do you think in US30 we should also put a buy limit at 35,517, like on that support area?
To be honest, on the higher time frame, I like 35,500 because I
Okay.
still want to see higher lows. As long as we're creating higher lows, the market is going to be bullish. But if the market keeps breaking these lows to go to like 35,100 area or like even lower, it's just not going to be a good look. I think that US30 is going to be bearish at that point. But I ain't even worried about none of that, bro. We in this buy and we're in profits, and that's what I want to see.
All right. Thank you, man.
No doubt.
US30 pushing.
Yeah, US30 is pushing up. NAS was just up probably, what was that? From 692 to 670. That's about 200 pips. So I'm going to put my entries in the chat real quick.
I think this thing is a might buy because the unemployment it's good.
I didn't even check the
Check the
employment numbers. That's they
Yeah.
came out at 8:30, right?
Yeah, check the unemployment. They're good. They're decreasing.
Okay,
Which means
that's
we
good.
might see a big buy.
That's really good. I mean, this, to be completely honest, 10,000 applications is not going to make or break the economy. So I doubt that this is going to have a huge impact because they expected 290 and they had 291. That means 9,000 people applied for unemployment, or 9,000 more people applied for unemployment than they expected. I don't think that's going to be like the game changer for the economy. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
And so whatever short-term moves that we see, I think they're just following the price cycle of the week. The price cycle of the week is indices have a weekly range. Well, all trading instruments have a weekly range. And whenever you start to test the highs of the weekly range, that's where you're most likely going to get sell-offs from the institutions that bought at the bottom of the weekly range. And so because we're up here at the highs, that's why we're shorting NAS. US30 is the exact opposite. Because we're sitting down here at the lows, that's why we're buying US30. It's a very, very simple principle of buy low and sell high, but we're adding an execution strategy behind it. Using the daily support levels and waiting for a break and retest and things like that.
Right.
And that's really as simple as we can make trading. For me, as long as price is respecting the support, so as long as price is respecting the reason why I entered the trade, I stay in. Same with Nasdaq. Nasdaq, the reason that we entered the trade is because of this daily support level, this daily resistance. And so as long as price is respecting this area and closing below, we're in this trade. All right. So we're officially up 200 pips on Nasdaq. If you guys are on this stream and you just took the trade for fun, just to see what happens, like you guys don't actually trade Nasdaq as a currency, if you guys want to close your profits and bag the win for the day, you would be up 200 pips for the day. If you guys want to hold and just see what happens, you can put your stop loss and break even and just allow this trade to play out. For Nasdaq, I'm not going to put my stop loss and break even just yet. I think it's a little bit too soon, but I'm definitely going to give you guys an alert as soon as I move my stops. Don't you guys just hate when Hugo's wave freezes right when you're about to take a trade?
He knows.
Bro, my broker's sitting there watching like, no.
Don't need to.
But the broker's probably on YouTube on the stream right now. He's like, shit, they got us.
Honestly. As soon as you enter, you're in drawdown.
Despicable. But y'all see this wick entry on NAS. I'm going to send it in the chat. Here we go. So I just posted it in the private. This is my entry, guys, in case you guys want to see what my screen looks like. My entry is at 15,692. Caught that wick. and we'll see. We'll see what happens. The best thing that you guys can do for your account is to bag the wins when they're available and call the day, basically just call it a day. I'm already up for the week, and so I'm basically using the equity from the week to take these trades. So I'm not giving back, you know, all my profits or anything like that. If you guys haven't made profits this week and then you're in these trades and you see the profits on the table, you're up 200, 300 pips, you guys have a choice to close and end the week positive. So always ask yourself if your goal is to get greedy or if your goal is to, you know, take the win and walk away. Mitchell says, hey, I work in events and also audio and visual for conferences. I can help you with that part if you need. Mitchell, Mr. Hernandez, message me. Message me on Discord after this ASAP.
Will do. We actually have a session on Friday too, so.
Done deal. I'm looking forward to it. The convention center is going to give us an AV team just because they know the area, but there's going to be a bunch of stuff that we need to go off without a hitch. So like the actual seminars with the lavalier mics and making sure that feedback is good and recording is good. I need to have a discussion with you and we'll talk about that.
Will do.
D Money said I'm still in NZD CAD swinging it. Yo, Jason FaceTimed me last night, said he made $120,000 off that NZD CAD trade, his biggest trade ever. If you guys have an Instagram, go show Jason Stewart some love. His name is @QBStew. Go show him some love. He called that trade live on the world record live stream. The trade ran, just to show you guys what that trade looked like.
Got in
That
at
was the
320.
320 right down here.
Yep.
At that liquidity pool. So this is actually where I got out. I had 10 standards sitting right here. And then the market dropped and I entered another 10 standards at the double bottom. When the market pushed up, I closed my first entry and break even, and I secured my profits on that 10 standards. Then, actually, I didn't even secure my profits. What happened was I put my stop loss and break even. The bank liquidity is this bank induction, which is, there's a bunch of different names for it. It's where basically the market makers will pull into a liquidity zone, grab stops before the market pushes. That is what got me out of the trade. And then the market ended up recovering right away with that bullish engulfing candle and ran for 235 pips. So huge congrats to Jason. Like it was amazing to see. He posted a whole video about it, but that trade took a lot of patience. And I learned that I am not a swing trader. I didn't want to be in that shit after a certain amount of time. I was like, dude, I got to wait how many weeks to get 200 pips? Guys, I'm going to have to remind you guys, we're floating currently right now 200 pips on Nasdaq. And it's been less than 30 minutes. In two 15-minute candlesticks, we're floating 200 pips. That's the reason why I don't swing trade. It's because like it's just not a fair comparison to me. US 30 still sitting at that support. It's forming bearish candlesticks, but as long as it respects that support, I'm in this trade. NZD CAD shorts. If you guys want to short this for like 40 or 50 pips before it goes long again, I think that'd be a pretty good opportunity. We have this sort of like head and shoulders forming right here. But NZD CAD, not something I trade regularly, so don't, you know, that's just my 2 cents. Take it with a grain of salt. GJ. So few things on GJ. I took 2 trades this week. The first one was shorts right here at the double top. We were expecting a push to the downside. We had a break of the neckline for the head and shoulders right here. And so it was too retail of a trade. This is what I learned about GJ is when GJ gives you a very obvious textbook retail setup, like this perfect head and shoulders, break of the neckline, break and retest, don't fall for that shit. It's a liquidity grab every single time. So then the second thing that I saw was when the market pushed up, maybe we can catch buys right here at the neckline and then continue the trend higher. Market got down here and just immediately ran a stop loss. Okay. Now what I'm seeing is that we're forming support at this lower level. So what I did was I tried to find the most recent swing low. I measured it from bottom to top. And I saw that we're forming a triple bottom at the 78. So now I'm looking for longs on GJ. My final target is 160 for GJ. But for now, the immediate target would be about 158.2. And that's what I see, guys. I see that double bottom. I see a lot of support forming. I see these wicks retesting. The trade's already gone. So the way that I would play this if I was you guys is I would take a buy limit at 156 flat. And so if the market comes back to wick one more time, you're activated. Or I would wait for the market to push above the support level of the neckline, wait for the retest, and then 156.8 will be your entry. So those two potential entries right there.
If you look left, it looks like it's respecting 156. That previous daily resistance.
That support turn resistance right here. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's just bouncing off that price. 56 even.
Yeah, so we had a break of that structure. We're forming multiple support. Matter of fact, guys, I'm actually going to take a long position on this too. I want to see what the risk is looking like if we enter right now.
4 hour looks like it's about to close off a pin bar in 40 seconds.
I'm hit, but the risk is 85 pips.
Yeah, that's ugly.
That's so ugly. So what I do is I'd rather put a buy limit at 156 flat, and then that risk would be 45 pips.
Yeah, 156 looks like a good entry.
I'm going to put this out in the chat for you guys, for the members. If you guys are watching at home and you have not already signed up to become a ChartAddicts member, I'm going to tell you right now you're missing out. This is what we're doing right now. This is very useful, but it's only the tip of the iceberg of what we really do here. The majority of our time here is spent coaching our students. It's coaching different traders based on their specific issue, based on their specific goals and needs. And yeah, if you guys are in need of that sort of coaching, and even if you're not in need, even if you guys are just looking to level up your game, you haven't really figured out how to level up because you kind of need some guidance. Having a coach is one of the easiest ways to do it. So if you guys are interested, you can head over to our website, chartaddictsfx.com, chartaddictsfx.com, and you can check out more about our services and what we do. Okay. US 30 still respecting that support, guys. Nothing new, just like watching paint dry. Price forming support at the 38 right now for Nasdaq. So holding that trade. And yeah, that's it. Ladies, gents, I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. If you guys have any questions, load them up in the chat. Oh, do you want to share your screen for a quick sec? You want to show them what you're looking at?
Yeah, sure.
Mr. Co-CEO, co-founder, ChartAddicts, Mr. Omar Kumbal.
If you guys can see my screen in just a second. Just, can you enable co-sharing?
I got you. Yeah, we good.
Honestly, the NZDs are looking enticing to me. NZD USD, huge shift, break, retest. I believe it was daily resistance turned into support. From this shift here, pullback, we got this 61 fib, multiple wicks. I'm on the 10-hour right now, and I'm just really enticed by this candle here. So we ended up calling it NZD CHF, ended up coming up 30 pips and tapping this previous area here. Again, off the 10-hour candle. All right, so huge shift, break, retest, rejection. And these were our target areas. All right, but again, came up 30 pips, about 60 pips, 115, and 170 if we hold. All right, just looking to the left, you guys can just see we have structure. And we had some confluence with our Fib as well. All right, so NZDs are looking enticing. I managed to end up securing some partials here. I know some of you in the results chat, or excuse me, in the results channel ended up securing. But yeah, NZD USD is looking enticing. USD CHF, I feel like if we can get a pullback here, you guys can see we're starting to make just lower swings, lower swings. So we tested it once. It'll be interesting to see if we get another test before continuing. AUD CAD is looking good. You guys can see we made inverted head and shoulders, shift, double bottom, shift. All right, we came and tested this area here, another shift. And now you guys can see we're testing above previous areas of support, resistance, resistance. And we're also getting some wick action. All right, resistance to support. I'm liking this candle. If price comes down to this zone, this could be a good opportunity to go long. This would be my first TP area and potentially second TP area. All right, so I don't know, risking 30 for 55 and 90. So a nice 3-to-1. NZD CAD is looking like it is shifting this way. I would just pass previous swing highs, made a new swing high. So if we hold here, I think looking left, we have structure as well. You guys can see resistance to support. So if we hold, this could be a nice long opportunity back up. Why am I enticed by this? Again, the shift. Previous structure. All right, it's a nice area of interest where we had resistance to support, and we're getting a lot of wick action. I know those were 3 NZD pairs I just went over. I'll look for the best one, just based off the confluence and the confirmations. And to me, I'm leaning toward these right now. All right, and then GJ. I know we just went over it, but yeah, I'm just enticed by the shift. Break of 156. If the daily ends up wicking like this, excuse me. If the daily ends up giving us a double wick rejection off the double bottom, that could be enticing to go back up. All right, but as Roy said, 80 pips, it's not as enticing, so a pullback to 156 would be really nice. And this would be my first target. I think it's 150 pips, and then second target. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I'm seeing right now. Any questions?
I noticed you love CHFs. Why do you love all those pairs?
I don't honestly like them. I guess right now they're showing the most opportunity.
Omar goes where the money goes.
Exactly.
Wherever the market's moving.
Exactly. So some weeks the AUD pairs are going to be looking a lot more enticing. You know, some weeks the CAD pairs are just going to look more enticing. I think right now the NZD pairs and the Swiss pairs are looking enticing. But that's all I have. Roy, I'm gonna let you share your screen if there are any other questions. But I'm seeing the JPY pairs are also looking good. They're all making that shift, pullback, double bottom. You can see it on NJ. You can see it on EJ, shift, pullback. This one is kind of making more of a flag formation, and you can see it on GJ as well. So again, I wouldn't want to take all these pairs because I feel like I'm double dipping or triple dipping on my risk. So I'll tend to just pick the best one based off the confluence or the confirmations that I see. And the one that just resonates to me. So. Go back to NJ. I think that 10-hour is making a nice double bottom rejection. But I don't like this one because I wouldn't say like it. I wouldn't prefer it because there's no. That'd be awesome.
LPB.
What's up, brother?
No, I was just saying. I was trying to figure out who to mute real quick.
Hey, I love babies too, man.
Hey, Hey, man.
My bad, bro. I didn't even know I had my mic on, man.
You're good.
No worries, bro. But
my man's
the
on
reason
father
I'm-
duties and on the call.
Honestly,
What's y'all's
it's-
excuse, man? What's y'all's excuse?
honestly.
Oh, said, oh, I'm at work. I can't get on the calls, bro. What? Man, that's what gives me life.
I'm enjoying both things right here, bro. The charge and the baby, man.
My guy. And LPP, you're crushing it, bro. You're crushing it. Mad respect. And I know Gabriel feels you. Those are the new
Hey, congratulations, honestly.
freshly minted father duties.
Yeah.
Let me get back to U30 real quick. I just want to share some updates on these trades that we have running.
Oh, please do. The people are watching. They're waiting.
They're waiting. I mean, I'm waiting too. We're in this position already. So we're just kind of waiting to see the push. 575 stop level is 40. It's not looking good. The candlesticks that are forming are not looking good in terms of just straight buying from the zone, but it's still respecting that support. So we in that trade. Nas I could still see falling as long as it doesn't start forming support right here at the 38. What I see for Nasdaq is whenever it gets to the top of a range and I short that top of the range and it gets to a specific Fibonacci level that's really close, when it starts to form multiple support, that usually means the market's going to go up. And so what I'm looking to see is a break below that previous wick that it just created. That'll give us a real opportunity to hold this trade and really milk this thing. Not a lot of crazy updates. Honestly, I thought it was more exciting than it was. U30 we'll keep an eye on, but when we're trading indices, you have to realize that it's very session specific. So the 1 hour before the New York session opens, there's always some sort of whipsaw. And so that's kind of what we just saw here with U30. The market pushed down, the market pushed up. Now it's sort of now it's sort of sitting at those at the same market open from London session. So this is the open of London session, 3 a.m. And then price came back to retest that market open. That's kind of what I was looking at. Now that the market is about to open at 9:30, we're going to get an answer in the next 20 to 30 minutes. And we're going to get a huge volume push in the direction that we're looking for. So yeah, I'm not looking to exit these trades before the market open, because what you'll usually see is that right before the market open, the market will try to convince folks it'll go that the market's going a specific direction. Retail traders will start to pile in and panic chase the market. Then all of a sudden it'll wick on them and then go in the true direction of the trend. And so to bypass all that, you just go to the higher time frame and you say, where are we in the overall trend? Are we low or are we high? Okay, we're still sitting pretty low down here. And then that's why we're looking to go long on this position. Okay. That's basically the way I look at it. Is we might have a fake wick down to the downside, but as long as we're sitting above that support, as long as we're forming this higher low, so we had this swing low here, as long as we're forming a higher low, the true direction is still bullish. So whatever whipsaw we see is going to try to shake people out of that real trade. And so that's the flexibility, is that if it does kick us out, I'm going to get right back in.
What time frame was that on? That higher time frame? Was that the daily or the 4 hour?
That was the H4.
That head and shoulders looks really enticing, I think, off of
right here, right?
There.
Yep. That's TP1 for sure. Without a doubt. 650.
It's what, 4 hours, 3 hours and 50 minutes until the next 4 hour candle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that last candle did close bullish.
We had, I mean, like, this is that momentum shift above this, back inside of this range. That's what's giving me that hope.
What fib level is that from that previous swing?
From down here or from down here?
From this shift here.
I want to say, I think it's 38.
That right shoulder we were looking at, that 71. I think that was like PP1.
It'd be the 7. So if we look at it just from like this most recent swing, that head and shoulders zone right here is sitting at the 71.
Or probably wick the 78.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to. Yeah, or like consolidate here, wick up, drop. That's what it'll do. How it gets there though, that's the real key. It's like, is it going to drop to the next Fibonacci level, clear these lows, or not Fibonacci level, the previous daily zone, clear those lows at 35,490 before it shoots back up? That's a possibility too. So we got our eye on that. Nasdaq is the one that's looking the best, honestly. I am in some drawdown on that U30. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. So I'm not gonna hold you.
Not gonna hold you. I think someone was asking for AU.
We're not looking at that right now. We got an eye on the ball, man. I'm trying to make this money. And just being on the chart is like really all we need to do. If we miss the move, then that's shame on us. But if we're here watching it, we can be flexible enough to maneuver in and out of these positions. So from now until the market open, we're just waiting. We're just basically watching grass grow. New updates, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't checked out the new website, we got an updated website, got a whole new layout, a whole new color scheme, a whole new organization structure, ease of use, user interface. So if you guys want to go check it out, highly recommended. ChartAddicts.fx.com. ChartAddictsFX.com. And if you're interested in the convention for next year, you're going to go to Google or Bing, depending on what part of the world you're from. FX Summit 2022.com. And what you can do is you can RSVP to get on the mailing list. You can check out all the details for the event. You guys want to check out the schedule, check out the day 1, day 2, day 3 schedule and figure out, how you're going to be planning your trip. There's some things for your visit here, accommodations, restaurants, things to do while you're down here, attractions. Get on the FX Summit site and plan your trip early, guys. Plan your trip early. If you have trader friends, it might be a great gift to get them for Christmas. Just throwing that out there.
That would be an amazing gift, honestly.
Like imagine you just get a ticket to the FX Summit. I would be lit. I would be hyped.
The area is so lovely. I know if you guys are from Miami, you guys already know.
You guys got to go out an FTMO account and see who does the better win rate percentage and give them some tickets, bro.
Like a challenge to see who gets a free ticket?
Yeah. A challenge like on an FTMO account, getting the best, win rate on their, percentage wins on their, on their analysis. And whoever does the best out of like a challenge, then they could probably get a free entry.
Yo, who is that? Is that LPB?
Yeah, that's me.
I'm writing that shit down, LPB. I'm writing that shit down.
Yo, LPB lost so much money trying to pass the FTMO. He needs free tickets now.
Yo, Tattoo Lou. Bro, don't fucking jinx yourself, Lou. You're getting started right now. You want to send that good energy so it comes back. Well, I really love the idea. I love challenges and shit, right?
I have my boy here, Kenny, that he's in the group and he's like almost getting ready to do the FTMO. He's like, I'm gonna pass it on the first try. I'm like, dude, if you pass the FTMO on the first try, I'll pay your FTMO. I'm paying you back.
Don't put that pressure on yourself. Like this is what we were just talking about this entire week. Is everybody's becoming way too outcome focused. If you obsess over the outcome, you're never gonna have success. You need to just focus on the processes. What is going to get you to pass the challenge? Okay, take 4 trades a week, 1% risk to make 3% back. Find a strategy that can actually yield you those. Figure out a way to close the trade so you're constantly pulling money out. If you obsess over that shit, the money will come. If you're starting to play this game of, I'm going to beat it on the first try, and you're literally putting undue pressure on yourself for no fucking reason, you're just
that's where you're going to
setting yourself up.
Yep.
So my biggest advice is tune out the noise. Like really, especially like anybody on here who's starting their challenge or doing their challenge now. When you're on these calls, Don't just sit there and turn off your brain and be like, oh, I'm just going to trust Roy and Omar because they told me to take this trade, and I just don't want the responsibility of taking this trade. Like, tune out the noise. You can come here and learn, come here and feed off of the patience and the energy that we have and the understanding of the markets and how we stay in some trades, even if they don't look good, all this stuff. But when you go to trade, tune out the noise. Focus on your systems and processes. I showed you guys how simple it was to journal these trades. We journaled every single trade as we took them. And so if you guys obsess over that stuff, the success will come. You'll dip your head out of the water every once in a while. You'll take a deep breath and be like, oh shit, my account's looking really good. But if you're consistently obsessing over the outcome of making the money, then you'll constantly be making errors that will stop you from actually ever making the money. So everybody who's doing the challenge, focus on the systems and processes. Stop focusing on, oh, I have 5 days left, 7 days left, 5,000 left. Oh, I just hit the 5K milestone. Oh, I'm up 5%. All of these undue pressures on yourself are going to create this environment where you're just not thinking rationally. You're putting expectations on yourself that you think that other people have for you and all this shit. Make sure that you guys are sticking to your guns. And if you do that, you'll pass these challenges. No problem.
Yo, me and Ozzy just had that conversation yesterday, right? And like I was telling him, dude, I have no reservations. It's really easy to look around and see what everybody else is doing and get distracted by that. But like, I just have my head down, bro. And I'm doing me, sticking to the analysis, and I'm going to get through it like that.
There you go. And work with your coaches. Like, the only people that you should really be talking to are your coaches, because the coaches don't just provide noise. Like, I'm not sitting here making sounds on these calls. I hope y'all taking notes. What we're really doing on these calls is when we're doing a performance review, it's for you to recognize the errors in your trading that you might not see. That third person perspective is crucial. Omar on this call, Omar is my coach, because there's some things that I might not recognize in my own trading because I've been doing them for so long. Omar might ask me a good question. Why are you doing this instead of this? Wow, revolutionary. Might just change my life. And so that's the reason that you guys want to talk to somebody qualified. If you have a friend that trades, that's the best person to talk to. But a coach is the #1 place that you guys should go. 1 time a week at least. Twice a week would be ideal. 1 time before the market opens so that you can really get your mind ready and set for the market. And then 1 time at the very end to review your performance. And if you do those things, then you're going to pass these challenges. There's no reason why you wouldn't. There's a blueprint for trading. You guys can see it right here. We're up a freaking bag on US 30. It hasn't even moved yet. There's a blueprint to this trading shit. All right. So ladies, gents, if you guys need to hop off and get to work and do what you got to do, take it easy. We are back in profits on all positions. If you guys want to secure profitable for the day and you guys want to bag your wins, help yourself and do what you got to do. If you guys want to stay in these trades and you guys want to play them out and just take a learning lesson away from these trades, stay in. We in that. $15,700 was the entry. The stop for this trade was 760. And the TP was 605. All right, so Nasdaq in profit about 200 pips or 20 points. US 30 in profit about another 20 points or 200 pips. So about 400 pips caught, or if you're using a funded account, it's about 40 points caught or 40 pips caught in less than an hour. And so ideally, guys, if you're trading and you're trying to make money, if you catch this amount of pips this early, you can bag your wins and just basically call it a day. That is like, that's how you walk away with money from the markets. There's really no other way around it. But if you don't need the money, if you're already profitable for the week and you're trading just to basically like, you're taking the chance, you're trying to see if this trade will continue to TP or not, that's when we stay in these markets and we hold these trades. Let me go on to YouTube, read these comments. If you guys took the US 30 longs, the buy limit, or you guys took the Nasdaq shorts, let me know on YouTube. YouTube. Let me know. Said US 30 recovering. It wasn't going anywhere in the first place, man. Don't worry. How much percent do you get on your account per month? Ideally, I aim for 10% every month, which is like 2.5% a week, but you don't always get 10% in a month. You know, some months you might get 3 to 5%. Some months you might get 15 to 30%. The goal is to try to reach for a certain number, 10% a month. That's 2.5% a week. But if you don't hit that, it's not the end of the world. So I like the way you explain things. Well, you should see what we do for our members. Ooh, damn. Euro USD, huge recovery. Wow. That means the dollar is taking a dive right now.
That's another one. That's another one I'm swinging.
I know you're in a short on UCAD, right, D?
Yeah.
Or were you in the long?
I'm in a long on UCAD. I'm in 4 swings. EU, GJ.
D, if the dollar breaks this support, get out of those longs. If the dollar breaks this support right here, get out ASAP.
Got you.
All right. And I see the same thing on Euro USD is that I was going to short up here again. And it's the exact opposite of the dollar. If the price breaks through here, I'm not going to take any shorts. But if the price gets up here and rejects, that's going to be a great short position at 1.66 flat. 1.66 for Euro USD. I got my hands full and my risk full with the 2 trades that we're already in. So I'm not too concerned with taking those currency trades. But if you guys want to take those trades, Euro USD short positions at 1.66 look good. And that's basically it. GJ still respecting that support. US 30 is now up 30 points. Oh, almost. All right, so this is the learning lesson for everybody. If you guys are on this call, you're going to see what the market does at the market open, which is in about 5 minutes. I want you guys to notice how easy it would be to get in and out of these trades if you didn't have the conviction of direction. So I'm convinced, that's what conviction is. I'm convinced that we can at least push up to this level. And so regardless of what sort of whipsaws happen in this region right here, I have the confidence to stay in my trade. But I want to show you guys how easy it would be to get confused about the market direction, because the market is going to show trades on both sides here. And if you're chasing the market, it would be very easy to just jump in the wrong direction. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the market plays out at the open. Jump back to the higher time frame and watch paint dry. If you're on YouTube or you guys are in the Zoom, if you guys made any money today, or if you guys are on this and you have an Instagram, please, it takes 2 seconds. Take your phone out, snap, and tag us on Instagram, and please show some love, especially if you guys made money. If you guys made money, take a screenshot of your trades, post them on IG. We'll repost everybody, but show some love, show some love. Let people know that they're missing out by not showing up and getting this value. I think we'll get another high for U30, you and me both, brother. So if it hits our stop, will you be looking to enter again for US 30? If it hits stop loss, I'd be looking to enter at this lower zone. So what I would see is the market would drop. We would see like a quick wick rejection. I would put the buy limit right there, and then that would be the entry. But I'd have to see it confirmed, because if the market breaks these lows, then we could just be continuing this bearish trend. And so I want to see that confirmation here if we're going to re-enter that trade.
Roy, quick question. At the market open, you could see US 30 going one way and Nas the other, right?
Yeah, 100%. Well, I mean, that's why we're trading the different directions. They're not doing the same things right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. The more that people are, there's a huge fight right now between the largest corporations in the world and the largest corporations in America specifically, because America has the luxury to have this problem, where some corporations want this work from home culture to be the future of work. And then some people are like dying to have people come back to the office so they can have that accountability. That is the industrial versus the tech stocks. US 30 is all the industrial stocks and the cyclical stocks. Those are the ones that want people to come back to work, the ones that everyone is leaving because they're quitting their jobs because they don't want to get the mandate. They don't want to go back to work. John Deere, they got about, what was that number? 20,000 employees on strike, trucking companies, employees on strike. So the industrial stocks like US 30 have been getting hit. So those are bearish. The tech stocks, the ones that are work from home, cybersecurity, cyber privacy, Amazon, anything that requires like the digital revolution, those are all in the tech in Nasdaq 100. And so if the tech revolution is winning, Nasdaq 100 is going to be bullish. If the industrial revolution is winning, not the industrial revolution, if the industrial stocks in that era and those sort of companies start to gain back control and that becomes the norm again, then US 30 will recover. And so it's very like, you're going to start to see them do opposite things more and more often, the closer we get to this, like the end of this digital revolution. So yeah, they can do opposite things. Nasdaq, just to remind you guys what I'm looking at, is we're in the short position. As long as we stay below resistance, we're in the short. But if price continues to form support right here, then this could be a great, that could be a launch pad for buyers. I've seen this before where this becomes the launch pad for the buyers. And so what I would like to do is, if the market keeps respecting the support level, I just want to put my stops and break even or close the trade entirely and then just wait for the market to push up and find the next trade. All right. And so at the market open,
there you go.
we have about one candle here. If the candle comes down and wicks and forms that support, I'm getting out of my shorts or I'm putting my stops and break even. So this is the market open wonkiness. I should have had my pro account up so I can have them both side by side. That's kind of my mistake. And there goes US 30. Are we back in profits? Oh, are we back in profits?
Great call on U30, bro.
All right, I'm securing partials on U30 and just letting the rest ride. So this is what we're looking at right now. She's climbing. That bottom position was in drawdown, about $300. Oh, it's still running. Oh, it's still running. You can't even blink. You can't blink on this. Can't blink. Watch it hit that 600. Oh, come on now, guys.
I'm already up a bag.
I know you are. I know you are, Justin.
Ah.
Woo! Woo! Oh,
come on now.
Excuse me. Built Different LLC.
Was that the TP1 we were looking at?
That's TP1. That's TP1 just got smashed. TP1 just got smashed to the wick, might I add. Hold on. Can it get more accurate than that, Omar? Omar, can it get more accurate than that? Can I get on the 1 minute chart?
Yes, please.
How do we
get on the 1 second?
Get on the 1 second chart. Oh my God. So US 30 hitter. Nas, it's back up at entry. You guys have an option. If you made money on U30 and you're sitting in break even, you can just close the Nasdaq trade, take your money for the day and just call it a day. You will guarantee that you walk away with profits that way.
Bro, I'm
So if you made
$2,500
money
in
on
profit
U30,
on the FTMO today, man. Thank you, bro.
close it, and walk away, brother. I'm proud of you, Lou.
It's closed. It's closed.
It's closed. That's what I want to hear. Was that your first trade on the FTMO?
My FTMO right now is frozen, dude. In profits.
Close.
Someone said they just passed their top tier stage 1.
Quickly check
on YouTube.
GTA, I think.
Yeah, YouTube.
Beautiful.
My bag.
So I'm putting my stops. Put yours. Yo, US 30 is fucking running. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, our new show, How to Make 800 Pips in 5 Minutes, dropping on Netflix this year. Episode 3, titled "Stop Playing with Me." It's like that. Guys, do you know who else is catching 600 pips in a day, every fucking day? Tell me who's catching 500 pips on Nas every day. Tell me who's smashing these US 30s. Just find me them. Tell me. We got a spot for them on the team if they're nice like that, but they don't fucking exist.
Call into your job and take a sick day.
Yeah, or quit your job. If you took that job, if you made $2,500 today, no, I'm joking. Can't quit your job yet, but keep getting on these calls. You might just get there. Because US 30 is blessing.
Check the chat in the private.
Yo, we eating, ladies and gents. We eating. All right, guys, I'm moving my stop loss to break even for Nasdaq because we've already had a retest of that zone. We've already come back up to grab that liquidity. I think now we're, now we're pretty good on not getting our stop profit hit. So move your stop loss to break even on all pairs. Move your stop loss to break even on all pairs.
When you make so much money so fast, the only problem you have is figuring out what to do with the rest of your day.
Hey, that sounds like a you problem. I know exactly what I'm doing today.
No, I got my schedule.
I'm gonna be whistling on by. I'm gonna be whistling throughout my day. We're just doing my tasks with a smile on my face. I got a bunch of calls to make. I got a bunch of stuff for the convention. Just smile and dial. Like, why is Roy in such a good mood? Well, because, ladies and gentlemen, we're up. Let's see if I can show you guys the week. This is between us. This is just a private conversation between us because I love you guys. Wait for this thing to load.
Justin, you caught that move?
Oh yeah, I caught that buy. 1 minute time frame, baby. 1 minute time frame.
Gabby says, done with the FTMO challenge. Gabby,
let's go.
Congratulations, brother. We passing challenges out here, baby. We passing fucking challenges out here. And Nasdaq is running. Stop fucking playing with me. Episode 4, the pilot, Built Different LLC. Oh my God. Wow.
What, wick to 78, right?
It wicked all the way through. This is probably the 88. The 78 was at the top of the purple zone.
Yeah, right.
Eesh. So if it's going to sell off, it'll be from here. So if you guys have not taken partial profits, I would definitely secure it. On the higher time frame, if the market is going to reverse, it'll be from that price zone. I'm not saying it will reverse. I'm saying if it's going to reverse, it'll be from here. And so this is the point where you can maximize your partials by just securing right now, putting your stop loss and break even, and allowing the market to do the rest of the work for you. Nasdaq just hit TP1 at 650. It literally wicked TP1 to the fucking pip. TP1 smashed on Nasdaq. I don't know what to tell you guys.
He said, big bank saying my account's looking crazy. Oh, y'all kicking. US30 on steroids. GJ at 156.
Yeah, no, Nasdaq is bleeding. This is what the week looks like, people. That's the week right there.
Bless, man.
This is the funded account.
Where are we going next?
Oh, you know, what's the happiest place in America?
Tell me.
Miami.
There it is. We're gonna have to see Lou and LPB
Let's
and
go.
Oz. We're gonna have to go see the boys.
Is Awesome Manny still on here?
Aze.
Yeah, I'm on here.
My man.
What's up, O?
How you doing, bro?
Bless, man. How about you?
Amazing. I appreciate you asking.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if y'all made money and you don't buy a membership, I don't know what to tell you. I'm being 100% serious. It's $99. Some of you guys, I know nobody took this trade and made less than $100 because it's impossible. Even with the smallest possible size with a micro, you're floating at least 120, 150 bucks. That is your opportunity to invest in yourself. If you guys want to learn how to do that for yourself, if you guys want to learn how to have the mental competence to be able to navigate your way through these trades, that's how you guys should be investing your money. So if you made money on that call, I put up the sign up link in the YouTube comments. Take advantage, invest in yourself. That's the best advice I can give to anybody. And if you guys, don't hear it from me, hear it from the members that are on this call. So that's my take on it. If you guys made $2,000, you know where you should be putting that money. Also, buy the dip, ladies and gentlemen. Shiba Inu pumped up close to 78% yesterday. Oh,
That's a
bro.
crazy
Bro. Oh.
Perfect timing.
Oh, life is bullish. That's all I know.
I marked that up back in September, October. Never got in off the floor, bro.
Look, I didn't even get in until 2 weeks ago. Like literally 2 weeks ago. And I was just telling Omar this, because we have our personal portfolios, obviously, but we also have a ChartAddicts portfolio. That's going to be like the brain, like the baby of the hedge fund that we're going to start. And this thing is fucking popping. And so we put a pretty considerable amount of money in Shiba. And I think we bought something like 60 million coins or something. Guys, 2 weeks later, this shit's at all-time highs. Now, here's the important thing. It's really easy to get caught up on what's doing well. But then when you look at all the different things in your portfolio, Bitcoin is down, Ethereum, Ripple, Cardano, Solana, Chainlink, all of like the biggest players were down over 12% yesterday. So I went in there and bought up goddamn everything that was negative. Because if everything is down 10%, when it rebounds, then all the things I just bought will be up 10% and I'll be in massive profits. Isn't it crazy how investing works?
Dude, there is like a S&P. It's basically the S&P 500 for cryptos. I can't remember the name of the coin, but the company has like 15 or 20 different cryptos in their portfolio, and they tell you exactly how much they're invested into each crypto. So when you buy that,
are you talking about Grayscale?
No, it's not Grayscale. It's in my notes. I'll have to go grab it. But it's like $350 a coin right now.
So it's not GBTC?
No.
Okay. For me, Grayscale is the most reputable one out of all the funds. I know that they literally just launched an ETF on the stock exchange for Bitcoin.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's a bunch of BS to me. But what Grayscale does is they're a 1-for-1 holding company. So if you buy like one GBTC, they buy an equivalent 1 Bitcoin to add to their portfolio. And so Grayscale to me is the future. And then they have a bunch of like different basket investments, which are like the top 10s. They're really good at what they're doing. So Grayscale, if you guys haven't checked them out, they're the largest institutional holder of cryptocurrency. And Yeah, they post online exactly what they buy, exactly how much Ripple they have, how much Ethereum they have, how much Bitcoin they have. And then when they sell off a shit ton of Ethereum to buy Bitcoin, that's a sign for the rest of us. All right, why are the big boys getting out of Ethereum and getting into Bitcoin? I should probably do the same. And so if you guys follow those institutions, you'll get some tells on what to do next.
Do you think Ethereum will outpace Bitcoin?
What does outpace mean?
So grow faster, basically. Like say Bitcoin grows 5%, you think Ethereum will grow like 6, 8, 10%?
Oh,
because
yeah.
All the transactions that are going on with like the NFTs, all the swaps, everything you do, you have to have Ethereum to burn it for gas. And then with EIP 1559 and all that, it's basically I wouldn't say it solves, but it basically helps with, because there's an infinite amount of Ethereum, but when they burn them for gas and everything else, it kind of helps. And with all the NFTs being printed and sold and everything else, I think there'll come a time where we're burning Ethereum faster than they're mining it.
So that's like the biggest discussion. I still stand by that example I used last year, which is that Bitcoin is like the new gold and Ethereum is like the silver.
Yeah.
So silver has an industrial use case, which is why, it's the base layer for a lot of stuff, a bunch of stuff for chips, technologies, and all this other stuff. Gold isn't really used that much as an industrial base metal. So it sits around and it's hard to move around, and that's why it's so expensive. I think Bitcoin is going to be the same. Ethereum is so easy to move around. It's so fluid, and it has like a digital use case. That's why it's going to continue to have that flow. Bitcoin's going to sit around. It's very hard to transact. You can't do large transactions. So because of the illiquidity of it, it's going to continue to outpace. Bitcoin is the only one that has a limited supply. So eventually, Bitcoin to me is going to be a $1 million coin or a $5 million coin. So it will outpace everything else in the future. But for the next 2 or 3 years, while Ethereum is the base layer for NFT, for the decentralized finance, for all these different coins, while Ethereum is still in that space, they're going to be the winner over the next 2 or 3 years in terms of percentage return. But there's a bunch of companies that can do what Ethereum does. Nobody can do what Bitcoin does. So Solana is a great example. Solana is the competitor to Ethereum with more transactions per second. And so they allow frictionless contact. And then now they're trying to do cross-chain swaps. So you can use Bitcoin on the Ethereum chain. You can use Ethereum on the Solana chain. So Solana is a direct competitor to Ethereum, and we don't know who's going to be the winner. So my biggest piece of advice is buy the big boys now, but the biggest cryptocurrency of the next 50 years hasn't been born yet. And so continue to keep your eye out in the next 3 to 5 years for that next big thing. Microsoft, Amazon, it was impossible to tell who was going to be the winner. In the 80s or the 90s, everyone would have said it was IBM, Cisco, and Microsoft. Those were going to be the legacy companies that would take over. The iPhone didn't come out until 2008. Amazon didn't really launch Amazon Prime until 2010. So that's when you look at things like that, you'll be like, okay, we're in the 80s of the crypto revolution. We're still at Cisco and IBM. Microsoft hasn't been born yet. Apple hasn't started competing with Microsoft. Amazon hasn't taken over the world as the largest technology company. Google hasn't been born. And so when you think about it like that, you keep an open mind. It's not like these coins like Ethereum or whatever, they're not going to be the coin of the 30 or 50 year. At least I don't think. Because they were born at a time where we had a very limited understanding of blockchains, a very limited understanding of user interface, a very limited understanding of network effects. And so as time goes on, and then we can create these base layer applications like these tokens that can do shit faster, bigger, more transactions, faster transactions, safer, more secure, more decentralized. They're gonna replace all these other coins. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I see that for sure. Yeah, crypto is still real new, man. We got big waves to be made still yet.
Yeah, it's a great perspective, bro.
You got to have a longer term perspective, man. You gotta have a longer term perspective, because this is how I want everyone to think about it. In the 90s and in the year 2000, obviously I was too young for this shit, but some of you guys were old enough to be there, and you're not rich, and you can't let that shit happen a second time. All right. And so if you didn't invest in those technology companies after the .com crash, if you didn't invest in these technology companies while the rise of Amazon, while the rise of Google, while the rise of Tesla, while the rise of these companies were coming up, You have a second opportunity now. And what did you do wrong the first time? You did not take the time to sacrifice and research and learn so that you can get yourself involved. And this time around, you have a chance to fix that mistake. All right. So all of you guys, your kids are going to ask you one day, Daddy, what did you do? Or Mommy, what did you do during the crypto revolution? What did you do when this stuff was first coming out? And you're going to have to look that kid in the face and say, oh, I was twiddling my thumbs. I was fucking kicking rocks. Or you can say, I was, taking that 2 hours at the very end of my day when I come home from work. I was putting you guys to bed and I was studying for an hour and a half, just fucking reading through these cryptos, learning about it, watching videos from Anthony Pompliano and some of these other guys that break things down on YouTube. That's a story you want to tell your kid. Daddy, how come I have a trust fund and my friends don't? I stayed up those extra nights and fucking studied and learned about cryptos.
And watch Netflix.
Yeah, that's the time to be like, well, I got to watch at least a little bit of something before I go to bed. What's that, Jim Rohn? He said, by the time you get home from work, you're tired. You got to eat a little bit of food and just fucking watch some TV. It can't be up half the night reading. And the guy's broke. Fuck the Netflix. That Squid Game is not going to help you with shit in your life.
No, sir.
Y'all looking to get entertained. You're not looking to move forward in your life, and you only get one chance. So if this is your reminder that you don't get a fucking redo in your life, this is it. Skip that fucking Netflix. Everyone's like, dude, Netflix is not going to be the reason you're not rich. Okay. Well, it's not going to help you get rich either.
Take that same 1 hour that you're watching Netflix and put it into your
goddamn anything. Fucking learn an instrument. Do goddamn something that you can be proud of yourself for. And who here is sitting there right now in this chair saying, damn, I feel so much better about myself and my self-confidence and my self-esteem because I watched Squid Game yesterday. Nobody's saying that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Some of you guys went to the gym today, though. You can sit in that chair and say, I have a better feeling about myself, about my self-esteem and about my self-confidence because I'm the individual who gets myself to do the shit that I need to do. Some of you guys can actually hang your hat on that today. Congratulations. And so this is the sacrifices you guys got to make if you want to be successful. Take that extra, oh, I don't feel like it. Oh, but I gotta have dinner with my kids or whatever. Have dinner with the kids, but then put them to bed. You and your wife usually stay up talking, doing whatever, fooling around, whatever. Say, honey, I got to get to the computer. She's like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you? Say, babe, this every day. Say, babe, this is for us. It's real. It's real. And the distractions come from everywhere. Your spouse will be like, oh, you can't just take one day off. Say, babe, in 3 years, you'll understand why I'm doing this. You'll understand why I'm working, why I'm staying up all these nights. Babe, I know it's rough right now. I know I'm not showing the attention that you might want me to. But I promise that in 2 or 3 years, we'll be in a situation that's so much better off that our lives and the quality of our lives will be better.
That's facts.
Y'all got to build that environment for yourself to be successful.
Bro, the minute that you can sit down and realize that everything in your life, good or bad, that's happening to you is your fault, 1000%. Once you can get that kind of accountability, you're able to change your life. The minute that you have that realization, the minute that you say, okay, everything.
Let me reframe that. It's not your fault. Some shit that happens to you is not your fault. Some guy comes, hits you, runs you over. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. And so the thing is that people start to blame themselves. They say everything in my life is my fault. Dude, somebody robbed you. That's not your fucking fault. But what you're going to do about it is your responsibility. That's the difference. Because some of you guys are like, I'm doing everything right. Why is bad shit happening to me? I don't want them to think that it's their fault. Some shit might happen to you. Boss calls you, wants you in today to work, and you're busy and you can't work and you miss a trade, but your boss needs you to work. That's not your fault. But what the fuck are you going to do about it? That's
correct.
Up to you.
And to the analogy of you getting robbed, it is your fault you got robbed. If you had a gun, you wouldn't have got robbed. You know what I'm saying? So
that's not true. That's not true. There's armed people that get robbed every fucking day. There's cops that have a shotgun and a government issued pistol on their hip that get shot all the time. There's gangsters that are fucking strapped up. That there are gangsters that are,
if you had a gun,
strapped up like
chance.
Bro, if somebody pulls up to your window and blasts you, you don't have time to pull it out. I'm telling you, like long story short, some things in life are just not your fault. But what are you going to do about it? Okay, I used to resell shoes. resellers, like shoe resellers, they want to meet up in like sketchy places. Like, meet me outside the spot, meet me in the parking lot of this. It was fucking sketchy the whole time. There was a responsibility that I had to make choices. Am I going to go meet this guy in a sketchy alley with $2,000 worth of shoes? Fuck no. That's my responsibility. But, let's say I did everything right. Some guy comes, still robs me. It is what it is. Long story short, in trading, things will happen. Your broker might actually freeze on you. That's not your fault. Your broker might actually disrespect your spreads and raise spreads on you in the middle of a high-risk news event. It's not your fault. That's the broker's fucking fault. But it's your responsibility to learn from that. You see what I'm saying?
I guess a better analogy would be the weather. The weather rains on us all. I don't know if I'm frozen, but
say it again. With the weather, what?
Like the weather rains on us all. So it's not what happens, it's what you do about it.
Or yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Dude, Gabriel just quoted that Jim Rohn. He said, everything is risky. You're not going to make it out alive. Gabriel, I know.
Oh, man.
I know you're hip.
I love Jim Rohn.
Yeah, me too, man.
Jim Rohn's the GOAT.
Didn't you guys know that video?
Zig Ziglar.
Yeah, Jim Rohn's that coffee analogy, man. I use that shit all the time.
The strychnine, the friend puts strychnine in your coffee. If you guys haven't heard that analogy, he's basically like Jim Rohn's whole thing was to stand guard at the gate of your mind, because you're gonna get hit with bullshit all day. You're gonna get hit with BS and noise and all of this like advertisements and media and negativity and stuff. And your job is to stand guard at your mind and not let everything affect you. And his whole analogy was that your brain is like your cup of coffee. So he said, what happens if your best friend, even by accident, drops poison in your coffee? Even if they love you to death, even if they're your best friend, you'll still die. But what happens if your worst enemy drops sugar in your coffee? Well, then you'll have sweet coffee. There's no big deal. And so watch your coffee was his whole thing. Watch your mind and stand guard at the gate of your mind, because your best friends and those closest to you can be the ones to poison the well through their negativity, through their fear, through things like they're trying to be, they're looking out for your security and they're trying to encourage you not to do certain risky things. They're pouring that information into your coffee. But even your worst enemy could give you something that could fuel you. And so that's what he was saying. Stand guard at your mind and be able to tell the difference.
Even their habits and behaviors.
He said GJ 156 that Roy called was triggered. Are we still holding till TP? Yes. If you're in that trade, move your stop loss to break even. You're 40 pips in profit and you're making money. Big surprise. Oh, I forgot we also called this third trade. I called a buy limit on GJ at 156.
Yeah, that 156 was to the T. Literally wicked it off the 4 hour.
Yeah, I mean, some might say I'm nice. Some might say that 3 trades slapping is a little bit more than a coincidence.
Oh man, that
one time is luck, 2 times is skill, 3 times is what?
3 times is put some fucking respect on my name. That's what Jason told me yesterday. He's like, all right. He said my first 100K day. Okay, I get it. Some people could say it was luck. He said after that most recent 6-figure day, he said now they got to put some respect on it. And I felt them.
Yo, who took that? That NU ended up popping right off the 10 hour.
Wow, look at EU, bro. Wow.
And
I'm not even going to check EU. What I'm going to do is check the dollar, and I'm going to assume that EU pushed through. I'm going to assume that EU just broke resistance.
I think had that double bottom.
Almost.
Look at that, bro.
Almost. But I mean, once it gets up to 116, I think we're going to start to see a slowdown. Here's the ideal scenario, guys. You see this left shoulder, head, right shoulder. If the market wants to continue, I think that we'd be able to get like a bull flag here before the market pushes up. And so at that 116, I think it's going to let off some steam. Once it comes back down to a buy zone, like 1616, so 1616, that'd be another buying opportunity. But I'm not trading everything under the sun, guys. I'm just going to stick to a few pairs, the ones that are making me the most money. Let's check back on some of these trades. I think NAS 100 hit break even, but the trade is still valid. So this second touch right here would have been the re-entry. If you got your stop loss hit, then you would have been able to re-enter. Either way, guys, I took partial profits. I made money on that trade. US 30 is literally still pushing. We're floating about 1,200 pips. And so, who catching 1,200 pips like this?
Hey, Pips Adamas, chill.
1,200 pips. Like, what do you want from me? What do you guys want? What do you want? Do you guys want me to do a backflip on this stream? Is that what you guys want? You guys want me to sing a song? Like,
Do the backflip.
Are you not entertained? What's that? That Russell Crowe from Gladiator?
Do a backspin.
Do a backspin. You guys are gonna see me injure myself on the stream. I'll never call a good signal again. No. If y'all were smart, you'd say, Roy, wrap yourself in bubble wrap and sit in the corner until next week. Oh man. He said, Roy, please just don't bump into any corners. Just stay safe until next week and just call these trades again.
So stay away from paper.
Okay.
Yo, don't even leave your crib. I'm gonna Uber your lunch over there.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? And I contactless. I ain't risking nothing. Leave it at the door. Oh man. No, fuck that, guys.
I'm gonna have you looking like Jabba the Hutt and shit, just sending food to the house.
Luis, you're old enough. Luis, I know you're old enough to remember Bubble Boy. Remember the movie?
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh fuck, that would be me. Oh man. He said, "What's GJTP?" If you got to ask that question, don't even jump in the trade, brother. Plain and simple. Like I don't want to sit here and like be disrespectful, but like, what are you doing putting money on the line? You don't even know the take profit level. I said it 5 times. I'm just being real.
Hey, one more time won't hurt.
No, it might. You know what I'm saying? It might. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna remind everybody at home. First off, this is the most lit Forex stream that's ever existed ever. So if you're watching at home, I appreciate you guys stopping by, and I appreciate everybody that's watching this recap at home. I am not here to win a popularity contest. I'm gonna say this outright, up front, every fucking time we get on a call. I am not gonna win a popularity contest. I tried that shit in high school. What I'm here to do is to push you guys to the next level. Everyone else in your life is gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm the only person that's gonna sit here and tell you what you need to hear. If it sounds a little aggressive, I'm sorry. This is what you guys are paying for. You paid for it. You chose this. Just remember that. Okay? So always remember, guys, if I'm saying some shit and it might sound disrespectful, it's because there's a reason behind it. If someone is calling a trade and you put money on the line, you need to know what your target is, especially if I said it. And if you don't know what your target is, it shows that you're not taking this as seriously as you can, because you're putting money on the line without really having a clear idea of what you're looking for. You guys see what I'm trying to say? And so that's my thing. And so next time, I'm giving that dude a hard time. Obviously, bro, I fuck with you. Like if you know you're my guy. But next time you get on this call, I guarantee that guy's never asking that question again, because he's gonna have a notepad and he's gonna write those fucking levels. And you guys should do it too, because you're gonna be the next one to get roasted next week if you ask that kind of question.
Like getting on a train or a bus and you don't know when to get off.
It's like, dude, where should I get off? Why the fuck are you asking me? Why are you on this train? How'd you get on here? Honestly. You bought a ticket to this? They paid money for the ticket. Now they're just on this train going up and down the track.
So they got the headphones in, not even paying attention to the stops.
They done passed their stop 5 times. That joint done gone to TP and back, TP and back, TP and back. They don't even know.
Tragic.
They need to hit up the live chart website and educate themselves. Kevin, I agree 100%. I couldn't agree with a statement more if I tried. If you guys are not ChartAddicts members, get onto the website and just sign up. It's $99 a month, guys. This is not like a $700 a month, like some fucking, IML scam, go sign up people bullshit. If you guys are trading and you haven't gotten to the point where you want to get to, and you're watching this right now, take that step. What could hurt by you guys trying it for a month? There's folks that are on this call right now that just tried it for a month because of they just said, fuck it. They said, you know what? It's $99. Even if I learn nothing, it's not the worst that I can lose. And they took a chance. And now these guys are, they're really getting to the point where they're building that momentum in their trading.
Best investment I've ever made, man.
Say it. Tell them.
100%. And what you just explained is the same thought process that went through my head when I went to sign up. And like just the first week that I was signed up, I told all my friends, and I'm like, yo, you guys need to sign up because this shit's on some other level.
Oh man,
I appreciate you, Oz.
Bro.
That's what it is, man.
It's a blessing to have you here, man. The energy is unmatched, bro. Honestly.
Thank you, brother.
That's our man trading over here.
That's our commitment. That's our commitment, is that like, unlike everybody else, we're not here for a short time. We're not here to like wave our hands real fast, get your attention with some shiny things, and then just dip out on you guys. ChartAddicts is a 10-year, like we're really doing this shit. We're starting the hedge fund in 2023. We're launching this Forex summit in 2022. We are here to fucking stay. And so if you guys are committed to your trading and you're committed to be in trading for the long term, this is the place that you have to be. This is not a place where you have to worry about, are these guys going to be here next year? Are these guys going to make $1 million and walk away? That's never going to happen. This is a legitimate institution that we're building here. So if you guys are serious about your trading, you're serious about being in trading for the long term, this is going to be the best environment for you. And Omar and I are committed to continue to make this the best environment. And we know how we're going to do that. It's not rocket science. We're going to find the best traders that we can. We're going to constantly bring them onto the team to be educators. We are going to develop you guys, our members, as traders, and bring you guys up to be coaches and educators as well. And that's the cycle of a trader with ChartAddicts. You come here, you do the courses, you get your trading plan signed by your coaches, you start trading with us, you get your certification. Now you're learning, you're working with a coach, you're doing your performance reviews so you can really look at your performance and your strategy and make those adjustments. You get that consistency. You start showing leadership in the chats. We reach out to you and say, hey, we want you to be an educator. You come and be on the team. We start traveling and doing education in other places. It's a roadmap. Those of you guys that don't want anything to do with that, you're going to make an extra 25 or 50K by 2023. You're going to invest it in the ChartAddicts fund, and we're going to build this thing to be the next Berkshire Hathaway. Those are the two options that you guys have with us. This is a long-term play. If you guys want to be part of the team, you guys want to get involved, that door is open. If you guys want to just make money with us, make money with us, drop some off, daycare, let us take care of it. We blow this thing up to be a major fucking fund. You get a nice payout. That's an option too.
Hey, both work.
You heard it here first.
Honestly, on what day?
That's right.
On October 28th at 10:04 Eastern time.
At 10:04 Eastern time, October 28th. Is that the day that changes your life?
Make a decision right now.
Gabriel says, I'm excited to become an educator when I get the skill set. Gabriel, me and you working day in and day out, brother. There's no accidents around here. I'm going to make sure you're successful.
Yeah, I want to be a swing educator.
D Money, you know we got a place for you. Stop playing. The thing about it is if you have the desire for it, like everyone who has the desire to get to that level will get there. Trading really is a desire game. The reason that people lose is because you get to a certain point of discouragement where you no longer have the desire to keep going, and then you quit. It's like that picture of the guy that's mining for diamonds and he walks away 3 feet from the diamonds. It's just like that. So if you guys have the desire to actually get to those levels and to excel and move on, then you will get there. You just have to commit to that. And all of you guys, everyone who's on the Zoom call, your success is a direct reflection of us as a company. So we ain't about to let y'all fail. I hope you understand that, whether you like it or not. Because if you guys don't succeed at this, it's a bad look on us. And me and Omar are not going to be out here looking bad by any chance, by any means. Okay.
Roy,
so we're committed to y'all's success. This is
Roy, called 3 Feet from Gold.
3 Feet from Gold.
3 Feet from Gold. Amazing book. He said, Roy, you dropping hoodies in November. This guy, Danny, says always slinging courses. But we just caught 2,000 pips. I'm going to talk my shit. Get off my stream. Roy, you dropping hoodies in November? Yes, sir. If you're a ChartAddicts member, so the hoodies are only going to be available to ChartAddicts members because they're very limited. These patches were very hard to make. They're from a military company. They're military grade. These things are stitched on. None of that press shit. This is like a legit, like winter wear. Some of the most comfortable winter wear. These will only be available to members. So if you're an active ChartAddicts member, you can buy these off the site starting November. The rest of the merchandise is going to be on YouTube. We're going to post like a store, and you guys can go in there and buy all these t-shirts. We got some fire t-shirt concepts for traders. Like, bro, once you guys see the t-shirt ideas, you're going to be like, dude, I need that shirt. I need that shirt because it's like, me and my friends always use that saying for trading, and I need that shirt. I can't wait to drop that for you guys.
Yeah, we need t-shirts for Miami, bro. That's our winter wear.
Oh, I mean, if you buy a ticket to the convention and you're a ChartAddicts member, you're getting free gear on the way in. Don't even worry about that, bro. ChartAddicts member is going to get taken care of at the summit. You're going to get taken care of. You're going to get the lanyard. You're going to get upgraded to the VIP seats. ChartAddicts member is going to get blessed.
Rich to Danny in the chat that was talking about your courses. If you want the best jump shot from LeBron James, you're going to pay for that. Okay, you're getting the best here, so you need to go ahead and sign up.
Yeah, I make too much money to do shit for free. I'll tell you all this right now. I know my worth. I know my value as a trader. This is not about greed. This is not about a money grab. This is about once you guys start to value yourselves and really understand the value that you provide to the marketplace, you will up your price. If you guys don't have that self-confidence, it's because you're not putting in the work to provide any real value to your marketplace. If you guys have a job, for example, you want to get a raise in your job, provide more value. Then you can talk your shit. You walk in there and you ask for a raise. Your boss is not going to sit there, oh, here this guy goes again asking for a raise again. He's going to know the value that this person is providing and he's going to give that raise. So that's why I'm talking my shit. If you don't like it, peace. It says you drop in the hoodies. Yep. He says, Rich Lee says, do your own research. Don't just listen to people's words. Wise words from Rich. Don't listen to me. Go ask our members. Go haggle them. Well, don't haggle our fucking members. But if you ask around, be like, yo, do you guys enjoy the service? Are you guys getting value? Ask people. Don't ask us. Obviously, I'm going to speak highly about our service. It's my fucking job. It's what we do. We have the best service around. But don't take it from us. Listen to the people that are around. And we're launching a new YouTube series, guys. New YouTube series is launching this Sunday. It's Conversations with a ChartAddicts member. And so every single week, we're going to take another ChartAddicts student and we're just going to interview them and they're going to talk about their success. Yeah, I went from not being a trader 8 months ago and now I just got a funded account and I'm having my first withdrawal. Our video guy, the guy that has been doing all of our media content, the guy that edited the world record live stream, David, he's one of those success stories. He's having his first withdrawal from FTMO. We're doing that conversation with a ChartAddicts student, and it's just going to be great conversations. This is not somebody that has 17,000 Lamborghinis and is so far ahead of the game that it's just hard to relate. These are people just like you. Guy works construction. She's what's it called? She works from home and she has time on her hands. And now she's a successful trader. Guy sold his small business and he's sitting at home retired. And now he needs to he was trying to make some money and now he's a successful funded trader. Those episodes, everybody needs to watch because they're going to be so relatable and they're going to get you to that next step. If you're not funded and you haven't had that withdrawal, you don't need to be aiming to be the next Q Banks. You need to be aiming for that next milestone. And these individuals are going to show you how to get to that step. There's a re-entry here on US 30. I'm not going to take it, but this would, like if I was scalping and I was really in the markets and I was like really locked in. When I'm by myself, guys, I get locked into these charts. I'd have bought this shit right now. I would have bought this. Okay, we've formed support. Price broke above. It is now retesting at a support again. That would be the re-entry, and then the target would be 35,750. Okay, I'm not going to take the trade, but just to show you guys, keep my skills sharp. And I know Justin caught that bitch. Justin. It's too easy, bro. It's too easy.
Once you get a process down, you stick with it, bro. It is easy for real.
Like, what more do you need? The next step is to level up though. The level up is really where you start to test yourself. So get your strategy down, build the confidence, and then start to scale up. Like start to figure out how you can scale positions, how you can enter larger sizes by reducing your risk and all that good stuff. If you're floating on GJ, you can just close the trade and basically just bag those 40 pips or just move your stop loss to break even and you're in a risk-free trade. The take profit is about 200 pips to the upside. So if you're holding that 156, just put it in break even and hold this trade. Bitcoin, massive recovery. OMI, just know that the portfolio looking right because we bought Bitcoin down here. All righty. That's what I got for you guys. I think Nasdaq's going to end up breaking through, if I'll be honest. I think that we're going to break through these all-time highs. And as soon as we do that and we start to break and retest, that's when we'll be looking for long positions again around 725. So a break through these all-time highs. Price forms support up here. We get like a bull flag. Off that bull flag, we can continue the trend of the market. That's all I got for you guys. I'm not going to beat these trades to death. If you made money today, please just give us a quick shout out. It takes 2 seconds on Instagram. If you learned something today, great. That's the whole point of these. That's the whole point of these calls. ChartAddicts members, do not give your money back to the markets. If you made profits today, walk away. Walk away. There is nothing that pisses me off more than a trader saying that they were up X% the week, X% on the day, and they ended up just closing that. They ended up getting back in the markets and losing some of that money back. If you made money, bag it, walk away, and just hang your hat on the fact that you have a profitable day today. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, take it easy. It's the world's most lit Forex stream, Chart Addicts Thursday sessions, signing off. Take it easy. Great to see everybody this morning.
Appreciate the dream team. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, brothers.
Can you post this on YouTube so we can watch later? Yeah, this is going to be posted as soon as we get off. It'll automatically get posted, the recording. So how can I become a member? I put the link. I pinned the sign up link in the chat, in the YouTube chat, if you guys are interested. Said exactly, know your worth. I'm watching this on the clock too. Marvin, I love to see it. And I love to see that kind of stuff. Not because you're like, you know, you're distracted at work and I'm promoting you being distracted at work, but the fact that you have the desire level so strong that you're willing to like not make excuses. Oh, I'm at work, I can't do this. You know, I can't get on the charts. I'm at work, I can't do this. You're making time for it, for your better future. That's what I love to see, guys. This guy, Danny, is still in the YouTube chat fanboying. Bro, if you want a signed autograph, just ask Omi. He'll happily send you one. This boy is fucking losing his mind, bro. Like, imagine being on a stream where you don't get any value and you're not interested in what they're saying and you're still on. That's got to be a mental illness. Like, imagine I was on a cooking stream and they're talking about some shit that I don't give a fuck about. They're selling a cookbook. And I'm like, you know what? I didn't gain anything from the stream. I didn't learn how to cook from the stream. Fuck your cookbook. Get off the fucking stream, right? Go twiddle your thumbs. Go kick rocks. Elino says, I'm back in on Nas. Love to see it. It is still respecting that resistance. It's still respecting the resistance. The trade is valid as long as it's below that resistance, but I'm done for the day. I'm not really sitting here forcing these trades. Profits got taken. NZD CAD getting taken off the watch list officially.
Roy, later when you get off the call, check your WhatsApp. I sent you a message.
Will do, brother. I'm actually about to hop off right now and check it out. Ozzy, talk to you soon. Justin, take it easy, brother. The rest of you that are all in this call, D Money, Carla, I see you. I see you here, Carla. Trust me. I see you in here getting that work. And Danny, Dragon, I got Gali in this bitch. Gali.
G is definitely in here.
Bro, I hope you made some money today, G. Lori, you know I see you get into it. I know you see. I know you know I see you in here, learning, getting around the environment, getting that getting that exposure. Love to see it. Lino, my man Lino, might as well just teach the session. I might as well just give you the screen at this point, Lino. Manuel,
what's up, Roy?
What's going on, Lino? How you doing?
Bro, I'm killing it right now.
Bro, Lino, you're a fucking living legend, bro. You were the talk of the stream for like an hour, bro.
Bro, I was, like I know, but I was driving and doing all like the sales. I was buying first, and then when I realized the week was almost done, I closed all my positions, and then I started doing sales, shorts, bro. And then I'm already getting all my profits back from yesterday, man, because yesterday I lost a ton of money. But sure. You know how is trading, man? Like
exactly.
You're only as good as your next trade. Always remember that.
I cannot fuck up. I cannot fuck up the verification feed, bro. I can't.
You won't. I don't want to hear this can't shit. Oh, there's I can't fail. I don't want to hear that shit. Processes and systems. There's only one way that you fail it. You over leverage or you over trade.
Yeah, bro. Like the thing is, like, I made it short because since yesterday we broke the channel of uptrend on USD, and then we saw a massive pushback, and then we saw a push.
What's your short price, Lino? Where did you short from, real quick, just so I have an idea of what you're doing?
The top, bro.
give me a fucking price, Lino. You're hurting my head.
The fucking top, bro. Like,
are you talking,
my
are you
price
talking about
35676 and 35679.
So you entered right here.
Yeah, a little bit more. A little bit.
676.
7 and 6. 679 and 676. Yeah, that was my price.
So you're in right here.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to get until 3550, just like almost
Yeah.
100 points. That's it, you know. And then
I like the only reason I like the trade is because of this liquidity zone right here,
Mhm.
where this massive push to the downside came. That's where I see if price continues to retest that area, you can get a push back down.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm
Don't you
thinking.
see that like a head and shoulder inverted that is forming? I'm so sorry. I cut someone off.
Yeah, I see. Like that was the original idea, this head and shoulders, but the fact that price had a bullish break above the zone makes me think
No,
that the
like
market.
right now, you see it came down, retested, went up, went down.
I'm bullish. Look, I'm bullish. I'm just letting Lino know what I see in terms of the short position. As long as price is below that like your entry, that's 676, you can stay in the short. But as soon as it starts to wick above, it's
I'm
done.
looking for longs. It's right where you are right now. That I see a head and shoulder forming with the previous time frame that you had. I think it was 4 hours. You see it right there? Yes, that one.
It's good, but it's not that strong because you have to look left also. You always have to look at the zones. There's a range right here. Okay, and so it's all about if the market is under the purple zone, it's usually a sell. It usually tends to sell off. If the market's under the purple zone, it usually rejects. If the market is above the purple zone, it usually tends to buy it. So the way that we look at this is the market going to close above that purple zone? So there's still 10 minutes left in this 30-minute candle. And you can even watch it on the 1 hour to see how this next 1 hour closes. But you need to see a wick up to confirm those buys. Always remember something about trading, guys. The real opportunities were down here. The buying opportunities were down here. The higher that the market gets, the institutions that bought down here are going to try to get out of their positions. And so up here, if you are going to take these trades, because you see your pattern, you see your trade, you'll want to take a smaller position up here than you did over here. You will not take the same size position up here that you did down here. Because when you enter low in the market's going to do the work for you. The retail traders all jump in, and they'll push the price higher for you. The higher the price gets, all the institutions that bought here are going to get out of their trades, and you're going to start to see a move back down. So that's why you don't want to buy high. And if you do buy high, because you see the continuation of a trend, you want to be very mindful of your risk. So you want to reduce your risk as you're re-entering the market. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes, completely.
Now I got to hop off. Guys, I got to go get some work done. It was great to see everybody on the stream. Happy and safe trading for the rest of the week. Just make good decisions. You have a couple bullets in your arsenal. Your job is not to go in here like Rambo and pray and spray at everything that moves. Your job is to sit there and be very methodical about how you're going to expand these last two opportunities that you have. Okay? So keep that longer term mindset. Stay focused. Risk management is key. Ladies and gentlemen, we made a fucking bag today on the stream.
Thank
That's
you,
all
Roy.
I got for you.